Good morning, my dear students. Today we will start a new chapter, Theory of Demand. In the previous section, we studied the consumer's equilibrium given the prices of the goods, the consumer's income, and his preferences. It was observed that the amount of a good that the consumer purchases optimally depends on the price of the good itself, the price of other goods, the consumer's income, and his taste and preferences. Whenever one or more of these factors change, the quantity of the good demanded by the consumer is also likely to change. In this section, we shall change one of these factors at a time and study how the demand of the good by the consumer is related to that factor. Demand. Demand for a commodity refers to the quantity of the commodity that a consumer is willing to buy and is able to afford at a given price during a period of time, other factors remaining unchanged. In other words, demand is a desire backed up by ability to pay and willingness to pay. Demand function. The relationship between consumer's optimum choice of the quantity of a good, the factors affecting it, is called demand function. Demand function can be written as dx is equal to f of px, pr, y and t, where dx is the demand of a particular commodity x, px is the price of that commodity, pr is the price of related goods, y is the consumer's income, and t taste and preference of the consumer. Factors determining demand. The above mentioned factors, that is, price of the commodity, price of related goods, consumer's income, and taste and preference of the consumer, are the major factors that determining or influencing demand of a commodity. The first one is demand and price, which is also known as law of demand. That is, the relationship between price and quantity demanded of a commodity is known as law of demand. The law of demand states that there is a definite inverse relationship between the price of the good and the quantity demanded of that good, other things remaining the same. Demand schedule. It is a tabular representation showing different quantities of a good that buyers of the good are willing to buy at different prices during a given period of time. The demand schedule shows an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. This is the demand schedule of an imaginary good. Here, first column represents the price of the commodity and the second column quantity demanded of that commodity. The price increases from rupees 20 to rupees 30. The demand for that good reduces from 6 kilogram to 5 kilogram. The price increases from rupees 30 to rupees 40. The demand decreases from 5 to 4. As the price increases from 40 to 50, demand decreases from 4 to 3. That means that show an inverse relationship. That is, as price increases, demand for that commodity decreases. Demand curve. Demand curve is a graphical representation of various quantities of a commodity that a consumer is willing and able to buy at different prices during a period of time. It shows the inverse relationship between quantity demanded and price. It is a negatively sloping one representing law of demand. This is a demand curve. The demand curve slopes downwards to the right. The demand curve slopes downwards to the right. The independent variable price is measured along the y-axis and the dependent variable quantity is measured along the x-axis. The demand curve gives the quantity demanded by the consumer at each price. This is a demand curve. The demand curve gives the quantity demanded by the consumer at each price. There is an inverse relation between price of a good and its quantity demanded. In other words, the quantity of a good that a consumer is willing to buy is likely to increase when the price of the good falls, and it is likely to decrease with a rise in the price of the good. When price falls from PA to PB, the demand increases from QA to QB. That relation is shown by this demand curve. Thank you.